Snake, you better be good at the RNG.
Yeah. Who's another RNG dependent character?
Yeah. FlashingFire is saying that you can ban first.
It's only it's nice to be like, all right, I got the port priority. You can ban first.
You get all the priority at that point.
Could you imagine if they did 2 Game & Watch 9s, 1 for port priority, 1 for stage select, and he like won both? That'd just
crazy.
be demoralizing.
Yeah. That's a 2-step process.
Step 1, lose. Step 2, lose.
Yeah, lose again. Alrighty, so it looks like we are going to start on Smashville. Big fan of these horizontally inclined stages. I think Flappy actually did ban Pokemon Stadium 2.
Oh my god, he tried that on the last game too.
And it's because I think he's getting really familiar with Flappy's setups with grenades in the beginning. Oh, he lost the double jump, and that's going to be the first dog.
Yeah, you said horizontally inclined stages. I think a lot of stages in PM are very just horizontal stages. They're very good for dash dancing.
I think some are. So you see your respective, I think triplat stages and stages that are, I think triplat stages and stages that have a lot more platforms are not as horizontally inclined,
well,
except
like Dreamland and Delphinos.
Except for Dreamland and Delphinos. So what I'm talking about is like WarioWare.
Yeah.
Also,
WarioWare is very, very skinny.
Yeah, FOD, Green Hill Zone.
Basically, the far left and the top left area. That's very small stages, and the stages get progressively bigger as you
Battlefield,
go to the right.
I don't even think is good for dash dancing. So
it's wide enough that it's like okay.
Yeah,
but it's not preferable.
It's not horizontally inclined at that point. I'm talking more like FD, Dreamland, Smashville, PS2, Delphinos. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Metal Cavern.
Yeah, Metal Cavern.
Like that was like what, 5 stages?
Yeah, so it's roughly 5 to the other 5. So
what's the other 5? Let's see.
It's WarioWare, FOD, Green Hill Zone, Battlefield, and
I think it's 6-4.
Oh, yeah, maybe it's 6-4 then.
Oh no! Wait a minute.
Wow, and that was a last resort that worked out in FlashingFire's advantage.
That was sort of a peekaboo surprise.
Yeah, sticking him or blowing the stick last second. That's very, very ambitious.
And it ended up working. Stage spiking Fury because of the stage angles on the side there. Good tech chase, but has to drop it, so he just sort of runs away to the corner.
Ooh.
Oh no, there's a stick. And a grab, punishing the down tilt.
Ooh, knee. Yeah, but you didn't want the reversal. I don't think anyone in that position really would have gone for the reversal at that point. It was just
ever so slightly bad spacing.
Yeah, bad spacing, not jumping out of the dash fast enough. Ooh, and the carry with the down tilt. Ooh, jab reset into fair. It's a sticky situation. No pun intended.
That pun was intended. You know it.
It's really...
Yeah, here we go. Let's look at him. So Smashville on the left side is the only, like...
It's 6-4.
Yeah, it's 6-4.
Yeah.
So...
Battlefield, FOD, WarioWare, and Green Hill Zone are the non-horizontally inclined stages. I would have to say that they're more vertically inclined just because of the immediacy of the platforms.
So if you're going to pick a character, pick a dash dance character. Clearly.
Yeah.
The stages do it for you.
I think one of the big... I think it helps with dash dance characters, but it actually helps floaties out more, to be completely honest with you.
Really? What's your theory behind that?
So one of the big reasons is because even of the stages that we see, it's harder to die off the top than it is to die off the sides, even though you do see these horizontally inclined stages. Because even stages like Green Hill Zone have high ceilings. FOD has a high ceiling. FD has a high ceiling. Dreamland has a high ceiling. Delphinos has a high ceiling. I think the only stages that aren't really going to work in your favor would have to be... what is it? Oh, I just lost train of thought.
That's fine.
But you get the understanding. Dying off the top is incredibly hard, and that's one of the big difficulties of killing general floaties. just because that is like their big weakness. It's the floaty versus the fast faller quality compared to the light versus the heavy. So big juxtapositions.
Oh, no Fury. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There he goes.
And we see from characters like Fury, if you usually are a dash dance character, you are relatively light. And we see that with Captain Falcon because he's light, but he is a fast faller.
Well, he's heavy. He's a heavy fast faller.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's a semi-heavy fast faller.
But it's like, oh no, Fury, what are you doing? It's like, because he falls so fast, it doesn't look like he's supposed to be like a heavy floaty like Samus.
Or Fox, or... I mean, Fox, Marth, and the Spaceys are dash dance characters, or pretty darn close to dash dance characters, not Falco, but that are relatively light and have pretty...
Oh no.
Pretty wide range of difficulty when it comes to survivability. The off of the sides, the big reason that, and I think this is like one of the big balancing concepts just with that, is because they're really good in the scramble situation. Yeah. And that's why they're given that one frame shine. So.
I think, oh no. I mean, oh yeah. Let's go Ice Climbers.
Oh. Okay, so Fury actually thinking about picking Ice Climbers in this matchup, and he looked at me, only said one, he literally looked at me and said, one game. So, because he is in the position of a reset, he wants to go Ice Climbers just to explore, and this may be just a download of habits of some sort. I know that getting these stray hits is going to hurt a lot more than what we saw from his Captain Falcon, and I know that he does not want to play Fox in a matchup that is so controlling, especially after coming off of a win from a Spacey that we saw from Captain Birdman. So,
I don't know about this pick. I feel like, my personal opinion, I feel like Snake can literally just camp forever and never have to approach.
Yeah, so this is a big difference. So if we want to talk two different characters, so on two different lines, and if we put this, so get the whole PM cast, put it on a chart, if you will.
Just a 2D line.
Yeah, a 2D line. So, in my opinion, and this could be different from yours, Ice Climbers is on one side, Captain Falcon is on the complete other side. Just from gameplay perspective, general facets, and what they work off best. Even though they both work well together off of grabs, they do it both in different ways.
Yeah.
So, because of this, and that's if you agree with the theory that I provided, it's a different playstyle that you have to play against as Snake. And you obviously don't want to give up a win against Fury's Ice Climbers, right? Like, they're there just to, like, play against, but once again, it's a different playstyle from what you're playing previously. So, in the form of a reset, you don't want to make sure that Fury is so caught up in the momentum of the pick and playing against Captain Falcon so consistently.
Yeah, he's used to playing against a really fast character, trying to get all the aggression off, and now suddenly everything is very slowed down.
Exactly. It's slowed down, but I mean, you still have that threat of Ice Climbers themselves, because Fury doesn't have that bad of an Ice Climbers. I mean,
he doesn't have that bad of an anyone.
Yeah, he's a very fundamentally sound player. Now, he does have some tricks up his sleeves for the character itself, but they're not too strong.
Well, there we go. I'm sort of interested in seeing how Fury approaches this matchup. Because I personally think this is a horrible decision. Why would you ever do this to yourself? But
I mean, two socks apiece.
Yeah, prove me wrong, Fury. Yeah. I want to see you prove me wrong.
There's a lot of potential to be had.
Yeah. All right. There's probably got to be a lot of time between neutral wins and actual hits, because they're trying to feel each other out, trying not to get trapped by each other's stuff. Fury can set up desync blizzards, desync anything, and then Snake can be on the other side, be like, well, I want to set up some mind sleeps both of them at once.
Yeah, and that's just because, and this is, I wouldn't say it's a big problem with Smash as a whole, but all hitboxes are put into circles rather than the actual model of what you're throwing at them. So because of that, because the trank is registered as a small circle, the width of the circle, or the radius of the circle, actually hits both characters rather than what an actual trank would do, and the model only hitting one character.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, It sort of makes sense. They're like right next to each other. They're the same character, I guess. But at the same time, there's a lot of weird stuff with just Snake's Trank in general. Like, if you power shield Snake's Tranquilizer and you hit him, it doesn't put him to sleep because it does 0 damage.
Yeah.
A lot of fun stuff like that. Oh no, up B.
Very ambitious, but no punish. No punny, no punny.
All right.
Yeah.
I can see Snake just trying to air camp him, be like, yeah, you can't really enter the airspace that well, so I'm just going to hop between these 2 platforms and hope you mess up.
Yep, exactly.
And as long as he keeps throwing out explosive, Nana and Popo are at different percents. They'll be launched at different rates. He can punish either of them individually. Actually kills both of them off the same explosive. All right, so we won't see that character again.
And we're back to the reset. M's favorite.
Back to Douglas J. Falcon. Fun fact.
And then just get it over with really fast.
What's what called?
Yeah, it is good. The thing is that it's incredibly volatile. It's very tricky. And I don't think this is something that's like in Fury's like comfort zone. I think the matchup on paper incredibly good for Fox. Actually, overwhelmingly good for Fox. You just have to like keep in mind that if FlashingFire wants to play, if FlashingFire wants to play in the corner, then Snake has every means of edge guarding him.
As soon as you overextend with Falcon, you just like right there. You get hit, you're off stage, and now you're recovering against someone who can Cypher cancel. It's not fun.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're just sort of a monster on stage. As soon as you find your way in, you air wobble to death. It sort of balances out. Oh no. Oh, there we
Great
go.
wall
Let's
jump.
live.
Yeah, and that wall jump definitely saved him, though he dash attacking into your own mine. Not really the best part of your plan.
You don't look too smart after doing that.
Ooh, there.
It always
Ooh.
surprises me that Snake is from a stealth game genre. He's meant to be like secret covert ops mission guy, and he just decides to bring all of the explosives he can to Smash Brothers.
Yes. I mean,
It makes sense. It's a fighting game. I have to do my fighting stuff.
you know, one of the things that I really wish that they still had in PM
What's that?
for Snake was the bazooka.
Oh, the
guiding-
Nikita missile.
Yeah, Nikita missile.
You know-
The Nikita missile was actually broken in earlier iterations of PM. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
one of the
basically-
best edge guarding tools I've ever seen in my life, and it's still really good in Brawl.
Yeah, in early PM, it was basically just like a forward smash that you just put out somewhere.
Yeah.
And then you dropped it down, you're like, well, good luck.
Yeah, if you hit it, you're dead. So the Nikita missile is super fun to see, and I think it's something I'm really excited to watch and see people use in Smash Ultimate.
Oh, yeah. Assuming they haven't changed it, I think it's still in there, right?
Yeah, so the Nikita missile is in Smash Ultimate. I don't know if it has the knockback that it did, but it still has the guided, like,
Yeah.
the guided qualities of
The
it.
guided thing, and you can like say, all right, stop guiding and just drop.
Yeah, and then it
That's
just
the fun part.
falls, which is the sickest part.
One thing I wish they added to PM and Snake for just like a visual gag. Oh, no. There we go.
Wow.
So a Snake visual gag is whenever he would crouch and do the low profile, he would like do the electric and go invisible.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't like do anything, and like you knew he was there because like the player one would still be above him or something, but it'd be pretty cool.
Hopefully. He's a very, very cool character, and I'm really glad to see him back. So.
Yeah, he doesn't seem that cool when you play against him in PM, just because he's very good defensive options and sort of no funds you if you don't know what you're doing.
No funds you. Everyone has their own opinions. I just think people have a really bad experience with zoning as a concept in platform fighters, and I think I'm really gonna hold that opinion thoroughly. But if you, I think that's the best quality and something that the meta really needs to start getting used to and dealing with. And there's only a select few players that are really good at beating that concept. And right now, that's the top 3 players at the moment, or some of the top 10 players. Because either
Oh, no.
The top players in PM right now are people who are incredibly good against zoning or the best zoners in the game. So you have DVD, great zoner. You have... who else is a good zoner?
Switch.
Switch, incredible zoner. You see... God, why can't I remember his name?
Lunchables?
Lunchables is good against zoning now. He used to be
he
good
has a
zoning.
Tink that's able to do it really well as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, the snake player from Connecticut.
Oh, Flip?
Flip, yeah, Flip, incredible zoner. Soth, incredible zoner.
Sosa.
Sosa is great against zoning.
Yeah.
Malachi, good against zoning. We see that from Kais. Kais, good against zoning. Laud, great against zoning. And that's really, you either have to be so good at avoiding zoning with your character and just being familiar up to that point, because they play characters with great horizontal like options. Like, I think Charizard doesn't have the best, but still there. Peach is there for Malachi, also there for Laud. Wario has incredible vertical options to get out of. His double jump and aerial drift is like absolutely incredible.
Yeah. To be fair, I think when you mention all these top players, like, oh, they're so good at X thing, that's like the reason they're really good is because they're good at X thing. I also feel like they're top players because they're good at a lot of different things as
They're
well.
definitely great all-around characters, but if you look, if there's one thing that really defines their neutral as an aspect, it is that zoning quality, especially for like Flip and Switch. Because like
they have like very good zoning tools to help them with their zoning game, and they've really developed it to a really high level.
Exactly. Allowing for like projectiles, like their projectile game is definitely one of the big qualities that defines their gameplay overall. I'm not saying it's them as a whole player, because they definitely are great in scramble situations as well. Same for DVD. DVD is incredible in scramble situations. But once again, like
there's a certain aspect of they play this character and it lends themselves to get better tools in this certain area.
They play the character definitely as they should, and they're incredible players who have great reaction times and just like discovery of it of themselves. I'm definitely not like.
I'm not saying they're like trying to put them in a box or anything.
Yeah,
I'm just saying like
exactly.
they have a lot of other skills that go with it.
Exactly,
which is why they're top players.
This is just like, if people wanted to view it from that form of like black and white perspective, not trying to like criminalize any form of player for what they do, because there's a lot of respect to be had for each and every player at that top level.
I mean, in order to be like a strong player, you have to build a lot of different skill sets. Like if you're a really good zoner, that's great. It probably won't matter if you can't kill anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're trying to learn the game very early on, zoning probably isn't going to be your first priority. It doesn't matter how many times you win neutral if you only get one hit in.
Yeah.
At the same time, it doesn't matter how good your punish game is if you can never hit them. So you have to build up your skill sets relatively evenly across the board. And then the top players have this little pie chart of I'm good at everything right now.
Yeah. 2, 1.
This is not the multi-man melee song. Oh my gosh, he's doing it again. I love how he just starts the game by running up being. It's like, I know what you're gonna do.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like the Yomi has really changed in the beginning.
Puts him in hard knockdown and then reads the roll away. Oh, gets the butt grab.
Yeah, and he's just trying to play careful.
Yeah, I can see Fury going for like, I want to be very safe on shield. I want to play very carefully because I know one punish can lead to death really easily on my character. But at the same time, Falcon's like combo game is so good that if Flashing Fire messes up his defenses, he can just get up throw knee, get air wobbled knee, anything really, or like that.
Yeah. And getting that first stock is so important in the hands of Fury. Making sure, because you are playing more of a volatile character compared... Woo! If he comboed off that, I was going to scream. Yeah, you really want the first stock, especially as Captain Falcon, building up as much percent as possible, because in the eyes of, or in my eyes, Snake having great qualities just to survive. So, ooh, I like it.
Well, finally burns Captain Falcon's double jump, but not able to capitalize on anything. There's a certain point when you're like trying to juggle someone in the air where it's like, as soon as I burn their double jump, they should be destroyed right now because they burn like their last line of defense. But at the same time, the double jump is how they get out of things. So if you miss the double jump punish, usually the punish is over or the punish gets harder.
Yeah. Hitting him with that reverse knee. That was a great reaction towards the poor DI, missing out on the fair from that up B.
Oh no. Fury's not happy about that. There's a certain amount of dread you feel when you get just carried down to the blast zone off of Snake down air, Lucas down air, anything like that.
Definitely the wrong hands to be taking you down to the abyss.
Oh my gosh. Dash attack is so good at knocking down Captain Falcon.
And it's for that character just being of that fastball quality as well, and being relatively light. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to crouch cancel at certain percents, just because if they have large horizontal knockback, they're able just to break your crouch cancel a lot easier.
There we go. So I've been sort of stressing the importance of getting like the hard knockdown on people. And the reason why hard knockdown is really good is because it forces your opponent basically into a tech situation.
Yeah.
Where they only get like 4 real options. They either don't do anything and do something later, tech in place, or like tech left or right. And knowing that they only have so few options makes your punish game a lot more reasonable to deal with, instead of like, well, I have to decide what they're going to do in neutral. It's like, no, they have 4 options. I can cover like 3 of them, and that's why hard knockdown is good.
Yeah.
Especially on really fast characters like Sonic or Diddy Kong. They cover a lot of options really well. Oh no!
Oh my lord.
Yeah, and Snake not being the fastest character, but also able to punish hard knockdown just because of Tranquilizer.
Yeah. Very, very difficult situation that we're seeing at the moment.
We already have the bracket reset. Flappy's up 2-1, 2-0.
Yeah, it is 2-1 right now. For FlashingFire, DFW's pride. It's definitely a little stressed at this point. We're really running low on fuel, but hopefully Fury can definitely take it home at Metal Cavern. This could be difficult because
that's not something you want to see when Fury is down 2-1, selects a stage and then shakes his head.
Yeah, and I think this stage is a big risk. It's a little hard for Snake to reach that platform in the middle just because it is higher. I think it has the same height as a Dreamland platform.
It's basically 1-to-1 Yoshi's Brawl.
Yeah.
But like nothing moves.
But the default height of the middle platform is a lot higher than what we would see from Smashville or Battlefield.
Yeah.
Platform.
The platform's a little higher. Like Marth can still like up tilt through it relatively well, but I don't think it's quite as high as Dreamland.
Yeah. I know that characters like Wario can't full hop to that platform though.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
But the sharking ability on that stage is still incredible. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, yeah, catches that roll and explodes himself. The stage is actually very interesting. You see the left and right sides of the stage are very different. You can like wall jump on the left side, but you like can't really do it as well on the right. Very distant blast zones horizontally and a little bit vertically. It makes recovering on the stage a little bit weird.
Yeah. Now, I don't think it's a big problem for Snake to recover on this stage. I think it's going to be more of a nuisance for Captain Falcon overall.
Yeah. The stage already, like, not letting Captain
I think
Falcon.
the stage is incredible for Snake, to be completely honest with you.
Probably, I could see it, yeah.
Limiting your options to that one giant platform in the middle is... It's going to be pretty difficult, I'm not going to lie.
And it makes it so like getting someone to tech on a platform isn't as safe or good anymore, because on smaller platforms they can only go so far, but on this one they can roll all the way away.
Snake is so good at covering the options, and Flaffy himself as a player just being able to limit it with the back airs, just the well aerial drifted back airs.
Wait a minute. Okay, never mind. I forgot Fury doesn't go for priority stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, he lost. He should have got it. But Fury's an honorable player.
He's trying to send him into the blast zone and getting that knee. Now this could be relatively difficult, especially there's a long road to climb. Flashing Fire. Oh, I was gonna say Flaffy.
Flapping Fire.
Yeah, Flashing Fire.
I feel like Fury can bring this back, but it's a little bit hard. Oh, that definitely helps right there. Let's go, Fury.
And this could be another comeback that we saw on WarioWare, just needing to get that combo started.
Oh, it's dead.
And that's a great fair just to end it. It looks like Brennan Connolly will be our winner of Infinity and Beyond 208.
Tio's bringing out the money.
Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations to Oklahoma for taking DFW's pride. Yeah.
We're no
I'm a
longer
DFW
friends.
loyal forever.
We're no longer friends, Oklahoma. You took our tournament. Our John is Lunchables wasn't here. Neither was Shokio.
We can't be relying on him. Yeah. Yeah.
Our 3 best threats of all time aren't here.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, once again, thank you so much for watching Infinity and Beyond 208. I'm going to give some announcements before we end the stream. If you would like, so there is Low Tier City 6 that is coming up. That is going to be July 27th to 29th in Irving, Texas, at the Irving Convention Center at Las Colinas. There are 4